Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about the parts of a flower. This is next on our unit outline after the discussion about cell division and different types of reproduction terminology. So parts of a flower. Maybe many of you never noticed the parts of a flower before. Maybe you just noticed the petals and the pretty colorful parts they are, but there's more to a flower reproduction than the petal color. So let's get into the different parts of a flower. And the reason I'm discussing this is because Gregor Mendel, he used flowers to provide the organism that was used to determine the laws of inheritance. So Gregor Mendel worked with flowers, and he had to know what part was the male and what part was the female and how to breed those flowers. So let me give you an overview here. This is our typical flower. These are the petals. This is the base of the petals down here, little green structures down here. But we're really not going to concern ourselves with the petals or these little green, I think they're called sepals down here. We're not going to really concern ourselves with those. What we want to concern ourselves with are the terms that I've identified in your unit outline. And we'll just go down the list. The stigma, this little tip right here. The style, this right here, it is used to elevate the stigma there. And then the ovary, the base here. Okay, the stigma, style, and ovary. All of these together are called the carpel. Okay, and that's the female part of the flower. Now the male part of the flower consists of, right here, is the anther, and then right here is the filament, and collectively the male part of the flower is called the stamen. Okay, so inside the anther, the flower contains its sperm. Okay, the sperm is the pollen. Now it's the object to get this pollen from the anther to the stigma. That's part of the female part of the flower. Okay, so when a bug comes in there, or a bee or a hummingbird comes in and rustles around in there looking for a little drop of sweetness down here, little nectar, the bee or the hummingbird or insect will disturb this area. And if there's pollen on these anthers, it might get brushed up against this little sticky part here, and then that pollen will release the sperm, and the sperm will go down the style and fertilize the egg. Okay, and that's basically how you then get a fruit that's produced from a flower. Okay, so your oranges and apples and all kinds of fruit, bananas, they all have the fertilization here. And even what we think sometimes is a vegetable actually is a fruit. Corn, some of us think of that as a vegetable. Well, anything that has a flower first and then has this fertilization, this pollinization here, that would be producing a ripened ovary, which would be our fruit. So corn begins as a flower, and beans begin as flowers. So maybe tomatoes, you might be learning something here, a little bit more than how Gregor Mendel cross-pollinated the different flowers. Okay, so that's your little mini lecture on the parts of a flower. Have a great day.